Hey, good chat. Starting a little late. I was playing Play the Spire. I was on a run, so I know you can like quit them and stuff, and I was like, it was not going well. So I was like, you know what? I'll finish this one out, see how it goes. I need to get my bearings in this game again. Had fun. I won a run today. That was good. But the defect, I believe. Played basically like a Thunder Orb deck, and then kind of near the end added a couple of Frost Orb stuff to keep my health bar from taking too much damage. It was a lot of fun. Very, very well. But then I've been playing the first one, whatever their name is. And I've had very, very bad runs with it. I've kind of just been building like really rough decks though. So it's not been very good. I've been getting kind of like a really awkward RNG on the card pulls where I get like a lot of cards that don't synergize together with anything. So I just get a bunch of random cards that end up not really knowing what I'm doing. Like trying to go for something and then just not finding much of it. Like I tried to do a block heavy deck so that I found like 1 or 2 copies of whatever it is, the like 1 cost or upgraded 0 cost that deals damage equal to your block. So I was like, okay, I'll see like offensive block cards. And floor 1 boss gave me options that didn't do anything for what I was going for. And in like all of floor 2 basically I found nothing. So yeah. Other than that, I've also been playing XCOM, Enemy Within, DLC. Got it working finally. I don't know why there was a problem, but it's been frustrating. It's fun. I'm already almost done with it. Like 2/3. Like I did like the second like major story thing. I'm kind of just letting the clock run for a little bit. Like I shot down the ship and stuff, and I haven't like done. I think I did like a research, or I've like intentionally activate something, and I'm just kind of delaying it a little bit. Got satellites on every country though. That was really nice. I kind of focused heavily on getting the satellites up. So I have a full satellite network. Cool. I've just been slowly but surely upgrading people. Made a mecha dude. Made 2 of them actually. Really cool. I like them. They're really interesting. That's not the game I'm playing. As fun as that game is, the game is actually really fun. Despite as frustrating or kind of frustrating it with absolute horrendous garbage. All right, so purple science and automatic drones and stuff. So to make the purple science, right? We need processors and we need these protocol broadband. This shouldn't be difficult. The hardest thing's gonna be plastic, if we're being completely honest. But I think I might have excess plastic in it. I do. So what we can do here is we can just like let this plastic turn into purple side. I know it's probably a bad idea. Yo, did that? Well, I guess that backed up. But I want to get this gas giant exploitation stuff. I want to get that. And like, can't get the mecha core. I can upgrade my inventory capacity 1 more time. Think I really care? So I said life cycle might be good. Obviously, more of that's good. Because power has been a serious struggle for us. Vertical construction doesn't really matter too much. Alright. Well, it's for Sorter Mark 3s, so not really right now. That's something that we would want to research later. Logistics drone speeds and capacity, obviously good. We can't research that, and we can't research that. So, I think grab this one, and then backtrack for that. Probably backtrack. Grab that one. We can kind of give some stuff a little bit of break before the production of the. I think they like blue something. Basically, get like all of them. Interesting how much you can get with just yellow. That's as far as we're getting with ray transmission. So life is the same here. Sorter stack quality is literally the whole thing, but we're not using any of those right now. Probably should be. Maybe we should be upgrading our stuff. Right? I mean, we have logistics, so we can kind of get away with doing anything. But we'll let those rock, because one of those is really expensive, and I kind of want to see how this handles right now when yellow science is actually being created. And obviously, right, we're kind of in a position now where it probably wouldn't be a terrible idea to upgrade our science from this awkward mess, right? This is really janky and awkward, and we could probably get away with doing it better here. But our primary goal, I think we have processors being stored already, so we just need to get particle broadbands, which we have silicon easily, so we just gotta go somewhere where we have the silicon, which will actually be over by where our processors are being made, so we don't even need that. Right. Probably put the carbon nanotubes in something, in the plastic in something, and just have drones do all the work. Kind of the goal. So actually, I think on that note, that's an awesome emote. I think on that note, we want to wrap this plastic around and into here, and have this be a plastic storage. Well, I guess a supplier. That way we can kind of get some work done. We'll put it here and. This is not something that's going to get expanded on too much in its current state. I'd honestly probably be moving it back this way before I'd be moving it inwards here into the unbelievably congested area that we have. So I'd rather just get that going. So that'll start filling up. We have carbon over here. Nanotubes. It'd be worth actually bringing that in somewhere. I'm not really concerned about the silicon. Silicon's the easy part. Already loaded up chest with this thing. I guess we could flip the track here and dump it into this guy. Right? Just kind of like run it into here somewhere. So, doing transports. The other science is a little awkward. I'm curious. I know the diamonds are fine. How are these guys? These actually holding up? Was upgrading these the right call? It's looking like probably. Yeah, it definitely was. Upgrading those machines was an absolute priority. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I think I want to flip this line. Right, and we can just dump some drones into here. Which is going to slowly fill up with plastic. Right, whatever residual plastic we have. So, I guess is this keeping it? It looks like it is. Worst case scenario, we can also just make another plastic plant somewhere. I mean, I have like a bunch of plastic somewhere too, right? That's not the only spot I'm doing plastic. I'm doing it somewhere else. I don't remember why. Might have been for the engine. No. Oh, you know what? It might have been. No, we're just doing oil so we can make the, yeah, sulfuric acid for the graphene. Oh, it does take sulfuric acid, right? No, it doesn't. Okay. I don't remember what plastic is, clearly. Plastic is... It's just graphite. You know. Actually, in that case... Maybe it'd be a good idea to use all of the extra oil here, then, since we have so much of it, to just turn that all into plastic. Right? Basically use whatever's left over from the diamonds and from... Well, leave it up with the diamond. Yeah. Problem is graphite. Right, because we're chewing through the graphite over here. Why is this not actually, like, making enough? Is it just crafting recipe speed? 2 to 1, that's why. I would need a second line. Huh. It actually might not be too hard to get another line in here. Do some slight rearranging here. And I can basically just have the lines... I'd probably, like, flip the line. Yeah, let's do that. So, essentially, the idea here is we're going to flip the way these lines are. I don't like that. We're essentially going to flip the lines. Let's see if I can get... He's still a little janky, but I think we can do it. That's a little too close. Okay, it doesn't need to be that. That's way too close. And those are colliding with... Okay. Gonna go for graphite over here for a second. I might be moving the oil a little bit. Right? This oil needs to kind of out of here. Kind of in the way. Because I could get a miner or two in here, like an extra miner or two, but that seems like it's way too close. That's like basically just exporting directly onto it. That's not what we want. We don't want this going into here. That's definitely not good. Alright, let's take that out for now. Who am I not gonna bother mining that. Goal here is essentially you want to create a secondary line so that we can go like that and like that. And then we just move this belt here. And that should do a better job after we power this. Once they empty, we can kind of get a better feeling for this. This should create like a proper full belt. Yeah. Then I just gotta find a way to finagle this guy. That's currently colliding with the power. An unnecessary power, it looks like. Literally all of the wrong hotkeys. Just move that there. And I now have a whole bunch of oil on, so do it. There we go. Okay. That's that problem fixed. Kind of. That should easily give us a little bit more gravel. Okay, well, maybe not that much. I think what we want to do, we actually want to move it back, the splitter. Because we definitely still want some trying to help, but then we want anything. We kind of want the rest of it to fill in over here. I don't know if that's ever going to back up. But that's okay. I'm not really trying to back it up, so. It's kind of being limited by hydrogen right now anyway. 3, so. The hydrogen is just not making it back. How much science are we making? Oh. I see. Yeah, that explains it. Get about 100 red a minute, 120 blue, and 75 yellow. Which should be basically throttling. Like, the yellow's going to be throttling all the others. Just because, you know, we can't consume the rest of them as quickly as we're making them, which is fine. I think we're honestly making probably a little bit more than I need. I mean, the goal would probably be maybe like 120 a minute, but I don't know if I can consume 120 a minute. It's about like 114. I mean, I also don't know what like a good benchmark is for science in this game. Yeah, hydrogen is currently the big issue right now. Why did that? That actually didn't fix the problem at all. Though I could set up multiple furnaces now with this. That's going to require a lot of reconstruction here. But it's worthwhile reconstruction. Get a bunch of coal in my inventory for a second here. Really hurts that whole line. Need to move a whole bunch of stuff around here. Plus can play with a little bit more than I think. Let me work. Actually, you know what we could do? We could do this as well, which would help. Oh, jeez. Alright, how much? We need one every 2 seconds? Okay, so we can get away with putting a belt. This is going to be really clunky to set up. I guess I didn't actually need to delete the other belt then, huh? But we can do this. Drop it in there. Right, and then definitely did not need to delete that. That gives me a tiny bit more space. I don't know how much more, but a little bit more. Okay, I would need at least a room for a belt there. Okay, so I got a little bit more room on this side to work with. Let's abuse our space. Right, we don't have a lot, but we want to try to utilize as much of it as we can, or as best as we can. That's good. Right, and we can't quite do that on this side. That's okay. Get away with something a little janky. So the goal here with this, because now we can do that. We can do that. Then we kind of run an output line like so. Obviously, we light power here. We'll fix that in a second. And then we need more. This is going to be an awkward situation. I'll move that belt. I don't like that. You kind of come in here. And probably immediately curve would be my guess. It won't be able to get it in elsewhere. Oh, is that enough room? That is not enough room. Okay, so we need to like position it over here. So that belt needs to curve. Right, so we give it a little bit of room to maneuver. That belt does that number. This is going to be a little awkward, but I think we can get. Perfect. It is exactly as I expected it to be. Ever so slightly awkward, but it's just enough space. And I know we're going to have a little bit of an issue here, but that is okay. I don't know which one I want to have jump the other. Oops. Yeah, I think having the graphite jump is fine. Thankfully, the fuel line is actually 2 layers up instead of 1. There we go. And that should be a full line of both. So it should be a full line of the graphite, just in general. That'll come in here to the red science, it'll fix it, or it'll fill in the gaps, and then anything that's left over end up back here, and then get split into diamond and into graphene. And then obviously our graphene is being half stored, half used up here for carbon nanotubes, or titanium nanotubes, carbon nanotubes. Then I think I want to flip this line and then run it into one of the towers. Actually, maybe it'd be smarter to put it into this one, because it's closer. Right, I can basically just run the line under and squeak in over here. Let's do that. This is gonna make things a little awkward, but those. I don't have to do that number, and then I need a couple of exporters on that. And literally just run it straight in. Perfect. Let me pull this last one to be carbon nanotube as a supply. Oh, I can't fit any of those in there. Hello. I think that's all my carbon nanotube. There we go. So that gets those all in one big supply, and then I grab exporter. Yeah, I want to empty that chest as quickly as possible. We have kind of an awkward stockpile there. Artificially gonna change our storage, but I mean I could also just make some of it. Guess that's probably the smart thing to do. We'll just move the one chest. Let the rest of it fill in naturally. Alright, so that gets that all set up. What do I have for... Okay, well. Good. Okay. I do need to get plastic available somehow. Or, well, I have it available, I guess, but more available, because that's not going to be a lot. Right, that's a very small amount of plastic, and we need probably a good chunk of it. So making a second plastic source somewhere would probably be a good idea. I want it to be based on what's left of the oil, rather than burning up all of the metal, which is going to require the graphite. Which leaves us in an awkward spot, because like this would be a good spot to store the plastic as well. Right, because we have everything we need over here. I think? I mean, we have the graphite, but the graphite's all gonna get used. Oh, actually, maybe not. Might actually start to back up over here. Then the oil's like right there, so you just make like a line, like a couple of chemical plants right in the middle here. It'd be unbelievably jank, because we already had, like, we'd already have to move this line. I'd probably have to flip the lines. Right, have the sulfuric acid go here on this front line, and then, like, graphite come on this other line. Which would be a little annoying, but doable. Then just kind of loop it up. This just kind of loops in over that, I guess. Can I even do that? No. I have to do it here and move the power pole. Do I need that power pole? I do. Well, I don't, but... Okay. Yeah, that's... I mean, it's probably worth it, though. The line. I'm gonna have to flip some of this stuff around too, so figure it out for now. Alright. Run this one up. Have the graphite start its jump back. Hopefully there's enough space for this. Everything's super spaghetti right now still. There. Right, then can run it down. Let me just do something like this. And I need to put the power down somewhere. Oh yeah. That's what I do best in these games. Spaghetti. I'm a master chef, if you will. Oh, did I not put it there? Oh, it's... Oh. There we go. I see, on that side. Okay. So I guess all of that working. Again. That's not ever going to happen. Yeah. And then... Jeez. Oops. Okay. Do I have... Okay, I do. I'm gonna put them right... Right here? 3 is the most I'm gonna get in here. That's fine. Just anything to make more plastic. Honestly, just a little bit of extra plastic is not gonna be a bad thing. There's a power pole in my way. Thankfully, it's not super important. How much oil do we need for this? 2 oil every 3 seconds? Okay. So that should still be fine. Right, and I want it to just be whatever's left over. Run that up here. Okay, I only really need 1 inserter on these. A little bit of power. Looks like right here. This is such a mess. Oh my god. Okay. And then I gotta find a way to bring this over to where the rest of the plastic is. Without it being too awkward. All of this just to get a little bit of extra plastic. Like, this isn't even a lot, but I guess it does help though, right? Because it gets the oil moving. Okay, let me... Where am I taking this? I'm taking this over here. Like, way over there. So... What would be the best way to take it? Like, under here, and then over this, and then follow this line, pretty much. And we can just pop that, and pop this and connect in here. Such a mess. It's so bad. Oh, and it's not gonna get any better. Okay. Yeah, bring it in. Up. Bring it back down. Right? Yeah. I want it under this. Gotta come up. Follow this line. No, we don't want it to go there. We want it to come around. We want it to come up to, like, here. That looks like a city. Oh god, no. That's the wrong game. Sea Skylines is a lot of fun, though. Dang it, I misjudged it. Oh well, whatever. It doesn't matter. This is an absolute spaghetti nightmare anyway. I'm just gonna leave it raised. It's an absolute spaghetti nightmare. Like, it is so bad. I mean, it really is just like a network of highways. Oh god. This is why planning is important. So you don't end up with this. This is because I didn't plan anything. In fairness, I didn't know how to plan it. I don't know what I'm doing. This is 100% genuine winging it in action right now. And, you know, there's only so much I can do about that at this point. Yeah, so I guess there's a little bit of extra. The city park has a coal mine. No. Like, how else are they supposed to power the park, you know? Oh, man. Oh, hey, we actually have some backup of hydrogen power for once. That's good. Speaking of power... No, I don't want to look at the glass. Power them. Absolutely insane. Cool. Time to absolutely throttle my network even more. That requires purple. Research speed I know is purple. What do we want to upgrade next? Probably solar cell. Which, actually, that reminds me. How is that coming along? We upgraded it a little bit. Hey. Looking so good. Yeah, I doubled it. So now all the colors are doubled up. Which I think the end goal here is probably going to be tripling. And then kind of reworking the ratio. Or the angle. Because right now they're going by 20 degrees. I love... Oh, it's so good. The way the colors merge together. The way the colors kind of like split. Oh, I love it. So it's exactly what I wanted it to look like. Like, it's like you can clearly tell the individual colors and everything. So, as for the size, it was completely arbitrary. I think the first one defaulted to 10,900, and I just stuck with it for all of them. But I need to update this at some point. We'll worry about it a little bit later. Essentially, I want to add a third layer, which is going to require me, alright, so it'd be 3, and then this one's at 100. So adding 3 more would bring me up to 160, which is actually perfect. I just have to redo the colors on yeah, 2. It's gonna be like 1, 2, and 4. It'd be an awkward number. I'd have to like move them around and stuff. But I guess in theory I could just do copy blueprints and deleting, right? Copy the swarm and then just change the angle. We'll call it done. Add orbit. That seriously copied blueprint into the Dyson swarm operation. Replicate the plan. All of the planning in the blueprint of the Dyson swarm orbits. Oh, does copying the swarm copy the whole thing? Alright, never mind then. Okay. I'm gonna make this a little bit easier on myself, I think. Yeah. Let's make this easier on myself. I need someone to make sure I still color available. I'm about to just completely purge the pink one out for a second. So 330, 89, 100. Type that on the side. 330, 89, 100. Google search bar or something. Essentially what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to fix the so that it goes in the correct path there. Blue is 290, 100. That's easy. So orbit 2, set U 20 degrees, 100, 90, 100. Right? Yep. Then orbit 3, 200, 100, setting it 40 degrees, Well, our first 3 orbits are the light blue. Then I need one of these ones. 51, 100, 100. Perfect. Hundred, 100. You should start at 60 degrees. Right? 40, 60. Yep. And then all you need to be done up to 80. 60, 80, 100. Change your color to 51, 100 on both. Have a slider all the way up. Correct, right? So it should be 0, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Add in an orbit. A sphere blueprint. Copy the sphere blueprint. Add an orbit. That. Okay. There. I don't know what any of this copying or pasting does. We'll just do it all manually, it's fine. 0, 0. Okay, I know I need to set the 20, but no. And then it was 330, 89, 100. I gotta make 3 more turrets, but okay. $1,900, 140, 0. I wish I could copy and paste the color. 100. I mean, you might be able to, and I don't know. I believe it. 10,960. The last angle. Change this one. 100. Now our Dyson sphere should be 3 blue, 3 yellow. Going by 20-degree increments, and that should create a full sphere. Perfect. I need to make 3 more towers. 3 more turrets. Which I'm gonna have to mainly craft those. Sword steel, and I am sure. Oh, that's crash on them. I thought I have more oil on me. I got a lot of sulfur on me though. Oh, you know how to use sulfur. Really? Okay, there we go. That's 1 EM rail ejector. And I'm short probably on motor. Yes, because I need 10 and I've got 10 motors. I need to go pick up some motors and I need to go pick up some steel. Here. Why is research not happening? Probably yellow science. One of the sciences is not working. I don't know which one, but one of them's not working. No, I'm dumb. I just went past my motors. They should be up here. Yeah, right here. Right? The other side of this? No, not on the side of it. Be over here. Where are the processors? So then the motors are up here. I'll just another EM rail ejector. Wow, I had exactly enough stuff for that. Okay, cool. I'll just pull off engine. I don't really care. It'd be more hassle to put them somewhere. Nice thing about this, really easy. Just keep putting this line across. 2. Yeah, I gotta wait for the third one. I think I'm gonna need a power line for the belt. Okay, so you're doing 6, so then you do 7, 8. You'll do 9. Awkward fault line. There we go. So that should be our entire Dyson. There we go. So that should update itself while we wait. There's that. That's good. Are these like a little too close or something? I think that one's just not in the... That one's just not the same distance. Awkward because... Well, whatever. I'm assuming, yeah, is not quite correct. That is okay. Something is halting cyan. Let's see what's up with that real quick. Work on... I think I want to work on getting the drones first, because we're going to need a lot of drones moving forward. Plastic is mostly coming in at a relatively decent pace. Right? We're burning through fuel now. We're using it a lot more. I would love if these machines, if I had like more space for it, but I mean, I guess I could if I just like move this pure gas like down. Okay. Like just barely not enough space. I'm assuming it's yellow science. I have to see why. Is this draining? Slowly but surely, okay. Oh. What's the problem here? I'm not seeing like anything coming through. And what's up? Oh, okay. Yeah, because this needs the oil too, right? Yeah. So something is not going right back here. Maybe I just need more oil. These are... Why are you not working? Because you're not getting hydrogen. Because all the hydrogen we're making is being absolutely eaten. And our oil has... I don't know, run its limit here. I mean, ultimately, I think it's just I need more oil. And more oil, like, plants. We're not quite making a full belt. I mean, I can always just add a pump to that one and then add some more stuff. I don't really know how I'm gonna link it in though. I mean, the oil would be easy, the refined oil, and we just merge belt there. The hydrogen's gonna be awkward though. I could also just like set them up so that they can like come in around here. Do that. I guess I can also just move this belt. Right? Like it can jump like way closer. I need to jump way back over here. Adjust that. The oil is just... It is an absolute struggle, and also I need so much more of it. Like I can't get enough oil. Come over here. Is that a together? Set up another little oil depot. This should hold 4 or 5 of these, I think. There. I'll make it 5. Okay. I think I'm just gonna bring the belts here like that. That one's oil. A refined oil at that one. Hydrogen. Make sure I remember. This one is refined oil. Come on, my drones. I need more belts. Yeah, come out. Okay. I'll let my drones do that first, and I'll go grab more. Mall should be right here. I think it's very close by. We can make back up fine. Did I just... Yep. That's gonna bother me if I don't fix that. I just really need power. I need to set up everything too. Inserters, outputs and stuff. Alright, that should hopefully fix the oil for the rest of it. That is a very big hopefully, though. And obviously I gotta tell them to even make the recipe and stuff too. But... a few more of these should help get everything up and running. Cool. Been an hour. Crazy. Right. That should help. I hope. Doesn't take some time for those to do anything, but that should definitely help. Not much, but I mean, every little bit helps. Situation. I don't realize how much the backup of the refined oil was actually aiding the thing else. Hopefully, though, once we start seeing all of that oil kind of grouping together and spilling through, we should see a bit more. Plus, the extra hydrogen will help these conversion plants run. So some of these ones that aren't really running very much should start running and generating more free refined oil for us. I don't know if all of them will come up, but this one will definitely start working. Oh, looks like we might actually get all of them working now. Sick. That should easily give us an entire belt here. Oh yeah. Without any problems. And then that'll start giving us even more hydrogen as well, because we'll stop consuming all of this hydrogen on this line. Not entirely, but we'll stop consuming a good chunk of it. Quite a full line. It's almost there. If we had maybe like one or two more of these, I think we could probably get away with a full line. Maybe one more, which looks like we can support almost perfectly, so I will actually put up just one more. Coal is never the issue, right? That should make sure we end up with essentially a full line at all times. I think we're consuming a little bit more than we're gonna consume it like right after we put it on, but once this backs up, it'll stop eating it, so. It's fine. It's a lot more refined oil. And it looks like we're actually seeing some of it go into the tank, which is exactly what we wanted to see. There. Alright, so that helps that along. A very small amount of plastic that's being dumped into here. It is what it is. Okay. Red science is completely backed up, as expected. Yellow science is the one thing that is holding us back entirely. The research department. It's not because of the diamonds. Never is. But that's okay. Plus, how this is coming along now. Looks like it's getting a little bit more in, so that's not enough to support all 5 in each stack, but it's still a good amount. We're supporting, we are for sure supporting 4 in each stack, so that's so we can support like 8 of those right now. And that might increase a little bit once everything kind of starts to fill in and as this kind of continues to work. What's the plastic do? We're eating up all of it. Unsurprisingly, we're eating up all of the plastic. Well. No, that's good though. We want to be eating up all the plastic. Essentially, when we're not researching, we should be getting all of this plastic in here, and then we are researching, pretty much just be getting this. Hopefully we can keep a decent stockpile going. Alright. I need fuel. Oh, diamonds are a fuel source. Well, get them out of my inventory, I guess. I know the graphene is too. Hope I wanna. That's something I can just jump off on some of these and move on. Okay, there's that. Can I see this on? I just want to see if I can see the Dyson. Hey! So has it like corrected? Not entirely, but it's getting there. It's gonna look so good. It's gonna be perfect. So actually I don't even need to fix the angles. This is actually exactly what I wanted. And then if I wanted to, I can make another one. But that's good, that's good. It's filling in, so that's good. And then obviously we're upgrading our... Oops. Upgrading the life cycle. Didn't mean to cancel it. I wanted to really quickly check on solar sale. I wanted to check on the power we're getting. Wave receivers. Let's see how these are doing. 6 megawatts, 6 megawatts. 1 megawatt. Having the full ring is definitely helping. We're getting about 6 megawatts of power per full one. There should be usually between like 2 to 4, I think, maybe even 5, that are constantly at a 100 signal strength. So we should be making a lot more power now. Consumption demand. Yeah, we were making what, like 158 megawatts? I just punched my microphone. I apologize. Alright. Longer solar lifetime. Let's get some everything's so expensive here right now. Not like any there. That's when we can kind of just like start backing up our yellows a little bit. It'll take like 2 minutes. This matters a lot. But I think we want to start queuing it. Well, we need to get accumulator set up somewhere for that one. But I kind of want to get that done. I kind of want that anyways. Okay. Drones. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to set up drones. Steel and copper. I don't know if I want to put steel in. I probably should. Right? Where's the... let's see if I can maybe branch the steel off wherever I cut it, which I think I cut it over here. No, you're the steel. And then you merge in here. Oh. I think I'll be able to... that. It's an unfortunate circumstance, because like if the steel stayed on this line here, like I'm sitting glass there too. I mean that's like the end of the bus though, really. Also I know I kind of interchangeably use bus and oh actually wait, hold up. There might be hope yet. A little jank, but honestly, what have I done that isn't jank on this planet? Cool. We're supplying steel. I know we have copper in a big tower, this one, right? Yeah, this has got copper. It's a supplier. I should have drones in here too, yeah. So I wanted to set up an automated drone port. First we need to do clusters, which are steel and copper. That's easy. And then we need to bring in iron and processors. We'll need a second one. We'll go ahead and craft that. And where do I want to put that? Probably, yeah, I probably want to put it close to something. I mean, I could put it close to the processors, which could be like here, right? Yeah, and then I don't even really need to do too much work. Oh yeah, I can expand this like crazy. don't know why I didn't yet. Oh, probably because there's stone in the way. Alright. Cool. Just remove that. I'm going to put more processor. But at least 2 more. I'm gonna move this a little bit. That's it. Oh, actually, I might not. No, I don't. I mean, that's probably gonna be a little on the slow side. Oh, you do not have power. You do not have. Get some outputs going. There we go. Got a few more processors. Here. I'll hold on to the 100. Cool. Filter my power. Filter it the other way. I want to use the weaker stuff first. So this is going to be slow on this one. Awkward. Nothing. Then I think I probably need to make more of these. Without any question. Which I should be able to do currently with that castle. Oh, actually, it's going to be a lot of a hassle. Okay, here's what we're going to do. I need to kind of adjust these lines anyways, and I need to upgrade the two miners as is. So let's just... Actually, do I even need 2 copper miners? Isn't this 2 to 1? Yeah, so 1 copper miner. Slip up like that. I do kind of want to shuffle in here. Gotta change how I do this. That. I'm actually gonna move that one. That side. Cool. And then the iron, I'm gonna double up. That's... If it over mines a little bit, it's not that big of a deal. And then boom. Alright, there we go. Now so I give power to everything and set up all our inserters, but oops. That's gonna bother me, but I'm barely ever gonna see this. That's also gonna bother me. It's fine. There we go. And then I can down. Insert. 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 There we go. And that output. There we go. A couple more processors. A couple more circuits for the processors. I don't know if that's ever gonna. Oh, I know. We're good. Might actually be a little too many. I'm okay with that though. Love to see it. Getting Twitter notifications. People are in an argument, and I guess I happen to be still in the mentions on it. Twitter. Never change, but also please change. It's horrible there. Alright, there we go. Wow, we could make even more processors, actually. I'd have to, like, do some jankiness with the lines, though, with the stones in the way. Or just stand here and manually mine 30,200. But that makes a few more processors. I might actually just have them ship. That's why we got the drones. Alright, so... I guess it would make my life a little bit easier because I don't need the one tower. Right? Because we need to bring steel, copper, and iron and processors in. But if I only bring in, or if I only need to bring in the steel, the copper, and the iron, then I don't need to bring in processors. But we're probably going to be shipping them around anyways, so I might as well just do that. I think I do want to build it close to here, though. Like right here. Clearing by the oil patch. So I'm going to need 2 of these set up. I want you requesting steel and copper, probably. Copper and steel. And sand. And then you request processors. Oh my god, all of the drones. Start that up. And let's take a look here. So, we'll basically just assume we get a full belt. We need 2 thrusters every 4 seconds to make 1 drone. Okay. So that's 1 every 2 seconds per drone I make, and I make 1 every 4. So essentially it's 2 to 1. So we're going to be limited by our belt side. Is what I'm seeing. So we're using tier 1 belt. 6 a second. I wish this was shown in minutes, but that's okay. Fine. So essentially if we made 4 thrusters, we would need 3. So we can make 8 thrusters on 1 belt. Is what I think is how that math should check out. Don't quote me. One. E. Need to move that. Yeah, I need to move that. 3. Then we'll just do another 3 just in case. We'll see how that works out. This will actually, strangely enough, work out as a bridge between stuff. I mean, we do kind of want to make access thrusters if we can, but So we need more copper than we need steel, so we want the copper to be closer. deal. This should actually just start pouring out. Yeah. I guess, I mean, it doesn't really actually affect us when I think about it. Right? Because we don't need, like, such an absurd amount that... Oh, I just, yeah, because I put a bunch of resources on, I'm not able to see how that pans out. Oh well. So that should be enough to make 4 comfortably. 4 drone thing. Bring that line up. This production was so unbelievably slow. Don't need anything better. So I'm using Mark IIs anyways because I clicked on the wrong thing, but it's fine. Okay. And then have all of these. But comfortably do 4 of those. There's a little bit of space between one. That should make me distance supply logistics room. So what do we need the most of? Iron. Iron gets inner belts, everything else goes on. Iron. Processor. And rocket thrusters or whatever. That should supply everything in enough time. Keep the production moving. Yeah, because the production's so slow on these things. And then what I want to know... We'll test this. I'll have to go in here. Just ship like 1 in there. Interesting. But it doesn't get added to it. So I'm gonna have to be kind of manual about it, huh? Where's my drones? That's interesting. I guess, so if I do this, if I just go like that, like, in theory, this should just back up. Yeah. And there's no reason for me to tell it to just, like, 4 drones, right? That's silly. Oh, there's 30 more drones in here, I guess. Okay. So what if I, like, insert them? Oh, like, can I do that? No, I can't connect this with... Okay. So I have no idea how I can automatically add drones and stuff. I'm assuming that just means you can't, which is a little unfortunate. Factorio, you are 100% allowed to do that. That is completely legal, and actually really nice. I don't want this, like, completely consuming all of my processors, so I'm gonna keep that kinda restricted, but not, like, super. Do I have any drones on me? I take 11 drones. The drone army. Oh yeah, because the guy. Oh, right there. I did not need towers. I could have just exported them out of this one. Oh well. It's fun to see the drones fly. That's my excuse. I didn't realize I put it so close to something that was essentially already using them. So actually, looks like we are... Well, yeah, we should be like slightly over making the thrusters. Which is good, because we need thrusters... Oh, we don't need thrusters. Like, never mind, I thought we did. Actually don't. Huh, so that's actually really nice. We have all of this stuff in storage as well, so we can set that up too. And start making the logistics vessel. The only reason I would be using this for like storage of drones would be just so I can keep track of the number of drones. Look at them go! I really just set like 30 drones to move like 10 feet, and then... My bad. That's fine. It's fine. I want to grab just like a stack of drones and put them in one of like the... I want to put them in the big tower. Right, this one. We want a bunch of drones for this tower, so... Dump 100 in there. Oh, interesting. We have a stack capacity of 100 for thing. Okay. Go ahead. Have this 100 drones for a planet in transit. I'll just kind of start spreading them around to all the other ones as I kind of remember to. Cool. That's that. Automating some of the stuff would be nice, right? We still need to automate titanium alloy. All of the stuff is being made, so we can actually just transit in for that. Kind of near where our ball is. What is? Oh, that's the oil stuff. Yeah. What is? Oh, this is the giant graphite line coming over here to the making this graphene. Or the sulfuric acid. Or yeah, the graphene. More fuel in my system. Okay. So you have some storage in here. They're full up. Which is good. We want that. I need to get some drones on this though, so I can actually start making sure that stuff gets shipped out. But get the more. Oh, I'm like, okay. Everything is so close. I forget how close everything is now. I've just covered this planet with stuff. No stealth. Fine. Process, right? I should have the concrete not too far from here. It's on the other side of... Probably get the raw stone out of my here as well. Clean it all up. Cool. Great. Which actually, I guess while I'm here... Our foundation. Cool. Alrighty. Does it have any ore left in it still? It does. Ore that it's probably never going to get to utilize. It's fine. Okay. So... I mean, we're in a situation now where we can kind of start moving away from having a bus in a mall like this. Kind of say screw it. And create a much better system. In this department, right? And just use logistics for it entirely. Which would probably be the smart thing to do at this point. Kind of move on from some belts and inserters as like the primary method of getting everything to locations, and instead just use drones and transport beacons. But I would need to set up some automation on that, which we do have all of this in storage somewhere. So we could do that. I think I'd want it to be, honestly, relatively close by. I need to go pick up some steel and titanium real quick. I think that would be a bad idea. Right? I probably want to get some of the other resources inside these systems, right? Like the magnets, magnetic coils, all that stuff. Some of the more kind of, I don't even know where Muse is, but some of the other resources. Just to make sure that we're getting a little bit of everything going. Do I have any other just like random garbage on my like dump off somewhere? Yeah. And not really. Another thing that I can't utilize. Some capacity. Cool. Ooh, these are all locked. 3 megawatts, 3. And the solar panels should all have decent these as well, yeah. Cool. We should set up accumulators too, but first things first, I want to set up the towers, and I want the towers to be kind of close to the wall. The automated tower. So this, how does this oil come on? Oh yeah, see? Whole line of refined oil coming through into here and backing up this system. Exactly what we wanted to see. And this isn't even like backed up, right? Because we're actively researching, so love to see it. See it. Hydrogen's like super full up too now. Getting a lot of hydrogen fuel. This absolute spaghetti mess here is it's working. We could use a little bit more plastic in here, but we can worry about that some other time. We're kind of getting plastic in. Alright, so I want to kind of be over by the mall. I don't want to like completely just like tear it all down. But I want it to be close by. I'm just gonna move it kind of on the other side of this one. I'm being honest. I'm just like a little distance away, but not like so far away that it's possible. And essentially, I can only pull in 3 resources. Actually, maybe using one of the bigger ones, but yeah, because we have steel right here. Although it looks like our steel is very slow. Why is our steel so slow? Is it like really being used up that much prior to that? It's only being used for concrete. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I should make like a proper just like steel facility that's making steel outside of the concrete, right? And then just like dumping it into one of the resource guys, maybe into this one. This one, yeah, this is demanding steel. So getting something that's just like making a bunch of steel would be good. Wow, 200 drones, just like that, huh? Let's start. Oh, so the big ones can take 100, the small ones can take 50. Okay. Gonna start going around and filling out the drones, I guess. Yeah, so let's handle that justification. It's not doing anything currently, so it's okay. I definitely want the big one to have some. Okay. So this has got the plastic and the titanium. That's all gonna get moving soon. Oh, we want this one to have a bunch of drones in it too, because this has got a lot of important resources. Okay. So I guess how would I set like a proper like steel thing? Use this iron vein here. 6. Oh, come on. 6. 6. Beautiful. And so what this will do, where's closest? I guess we can just dump it into this one, right? Because this is already cooking still. So we can just run a belt over to it on the side of it or something. Essentially, our goal here is going to set up essentially 2 smelters of iron. This might be a foundation up situation. Perhaps we're just building on an awkward... I think we're just building at an awkward area. Yeah. Okay. We'll just make them vertical. Which actually arguably might be a little bit worse, but whatever. That's one iron line, other iron line. There we go. Funnily enough, if we had tier 2 belts coming through here, this would actually be more doable. It would be less sloppy. I guess we'd also technically use like a stacker or something. I'm lazy. Don't feel like dealing with that. Cool. That should... Here, this whole line... Or, well, 2 full lines of iron. Output line. Oh, my chat just refreshed. Did the stream drop? Oh. Weird, I didn't get like any notifications or anything. If it did, it looked like something weird happened there. Quick look over at the YouTube producer, because it'll let me know if the stream like split. No, it's all still here. Interesting. I didn't like get any. Normally like a notification pop up or something saying, "Hey, your stream's dead," but I didn't get anything, so I don't know if it did die there. If it did, I apologize. I did not notice. Should be fine. Huh. Oh yeah, it definitely restarted. I can see because my timer reset. Interesting. I don't know why that happened. It should just like catch itself up though, so it's not that big of a deal. I'll keep an eye on it. I didn't get like any notifications for that. That's so weird. Normally I do. And then literally just run a belt right in like that. This is also something we could do off planet too, on the other planet. Make it a little like deal setup. not really like an absurd amount of steel coming in. Because the bus here doesn't use, or the mall doesn't really use steel that much. It uses it for like 2 recipes that we don't really craft that often. Right? We use it for those 3 and that's it. Right, the oil extractors, the chemical plants, and the oil refineries, which, you know, I think we've maybe pulled from these chests like 2 or 3 times total. So it's not that big of a deal. This will give us a little bit more steel without needing to worry about it as much. Looks like we might be able to get away with a little bit more, actually. It's a 3 to 1. Right? We're using 1 a second, so actually each line should be used on 6. Machine would be my... But that's what the map would say, at least. And since the full belt is pushing 6 a second, right? There should be just enough to do that. It should be like exactly enough. And if like one of these isn't running all the time, that's fine too. Oh. Interesting, this is gonna be one of these awkward belt locations where like even just like a little bit of a change in where it is gonna cause problems. There we go. That should consume both of the full belts. Yeah. Almost exactly. And that should give us essentially a full belt of steel in return. Which, once everything kind of like catches up a little bit, I think that's what, or at least close to. I mean, we're making a lot of it. Looks like it's not quite a full belt, but it's more than enough. It might just be the crafting speed that's the problem here. Because like the crafting speed's like kind of awkward, but that should give us a lot of steel to work with. So this should just absolutely fill up with steel now. Hopefully it's enough for it to okay. We have automatic drones. It's just a little disappointing. If I'm being... It's just disappointing that you can't automatically insert them. Factorio has that, and I love that about Factorio. For the drone. Basically, every one of these towers I want to have as many drones as they can hold. This just got going, huh? That one filled. That one not. We're full now. And then I just kind of hold the rest of them. Yep. I think all of our stations have max drones. I don't know how many we have, but 100, 50, 50. I know that this is just like, it's really fun now. But, I mean, we got the drones, we might as well use them, right? We went out of our way to set it up for a reason. I wonder how many like the big cargo ones we can hold then. Energy exchanger. Yeah, it's like a mobile like transporter or something. Or not transporter, sorry. Well, this thing, accumulator. Okay. So I think I can't think of any other ones that exist. So I think we're good on that. We're pumping a certain amount of steel on. I don't know if we're ever going to actually be positive on steel. So it looks like the moment we get any steel in, I'll immediately dump it somewhere else. But that's okay. It's probably, I think it's going immediately into over here. yeah, until this one gets filled up. Which, I mean, we're not really using a lot of it, right? So it's a situation where once this gets full, it'll be much better. Yeah. We're definitely like overproducing on drones, but that's okay. I'll store that. Cool. So next on the list, I do want to set this, the planetary logistics station. We can transport all of these items in. Uses a lot of processor though, but that's okay. And like I said, I do kind of want it near the main mall here. Land management here. Terraforming, if you will. I kind of fix up some of the concrete lines. We're not like pouring water over here at all. Just clean this up real quick. But I have so much soil. I can kind of just get away with doing this kind of stuff. There we go. A big concrete slab. Okay, so what we want to do what do we need? We need steel, titanium, processors, particle container. So I definitely want it close to this, because I want to be able to kind of essentially not need to move the steel at all. I can just like siphon the steel from the belt, or even just have like an output steel belt from it. Plus I do want it kind of close to the wall here, but I think what I'm gonna do, I mean, this is just like, I don't know, because I think my idea here is I basically just want to have like one assembler, and that's it. And it feels like kind of a lot to just have one of these giant things here for one assembler. Like, it would make a little bit more sense if we were like putting stuff in and taking them out. I guess maybe I had like what are like the really big ones? That'd make a little bit more sense. Because then we could just use a big one and just have it kind of store some of the excess here, right? Like our circuit boards, our excess steel, and then be transporting that out, while also requesting the few things we need for this. I don't know. That's my thought process. It feels like a waste, but I guess it's worth it. I guess also though, right? Because like we need some of that stuff for another one, right? For the other side thing. So I guess it's probably okay then. It'll be. We'll give it some foundation. There we go. And so you will be requesting particle containers, processors. I'm going to very much limit the size of the processors on this one, because we don't need to be requesting a lot. We want maybe like 500? Right, we don't want a lot. We want to make sure the processors stay elsewhere. 500 processors. We already have the steel. Nice. Which I think this uses some of the same stuff too. Yeah, same. And then titanium, and we'll actually limit the titanium. 1,000. Yeah, we'll just limit all of this like 1,000. We'll increase the process. All of these to demand. Put down a power pole. Bigger one. Put one there for now. Get that powered. I'll dump what I have in there. What I need to in there. And then I basically just make an assembler. Tell it to make these guys. Out. Deal out. Actually, what are 40, 40, 40, 20? Need the least in the particle containers. Well, titanium, processors, particle containers. Test. I mean, the crafting speed on this should be like absolutely absurd. I always hate that. Right, like now it works just fine. It doesn't feel the need to angle it, and then I can delete it and it still works just fine. Because the crafting time on that is like 20 seconds, so you really need like 2 seconds, man. And like 1 second on those. The crafting time on that is absolutely atrocious. And limit that to 1 stack because we do not want to be devouring these resources. Then I can go pick up some drones, put some in there, and then we can move on to our next. Hopefully, by the time we get back with the drones, we should have maybe 1 or 2 of those built. Drones, 9. Okay, where's the drones? Was it so like it all just kind of blurs my inventory? Drone coverage. Its own. We're almost at 2.3 a minute. Let's go. This is a situation where it might not be a bad idea for me to actually instead do 2 and 2. Right? And double up on the steel inserters. Just because they're so far away. Or actually, if they were closer, it actually wouldn't make that much of a difference. I wanted to be a little bit more optimal about the effects. We're obviously not trying to make this like at a proper ratio here. But that would be a smarter idea. Cut these. I believe that's working right now. So we send that in here. That there. That on the inner line. Outer line. I'll just make it all 2s. Doesn't really matter. That should be a little bit better. I'll kind of supplement it a little bit with my own inventory. There we go. We got 2 more in here. Cool. And then we need these for the other big ones, or for the bigger ones, right? But we also need the small ones, the containers, and then titanium alloy. Which you would have to be requesting, because we're already requesting things here, which is pretty much just going to be sulfuric acid and or like be requesting sulfuric acid and that's it. Which we are storing, so that'll make our lives a lot easier. Maybe we should make this a big tower. Right, because then we can request 4 things and then possibly store something else in here, or request more stuff if we need it. I think the idea would be to make all 3. Yeah. So we wouldn't be able to request the accumulators and also the thrusters and also the magnets. So it would just be... But essentially, right, if we made it a big one, we could request all 5 resources. That's kind of the upside. Not that we need to be requesting the steel. I think if we're using 4 of the 5, it's worth it. I see no downside. Cool. Now we got the small towers being made, so that's good. What's the crafting time on that one? 30 seconds, a little bit slower, yeah. So we'd build up just a little bit. Pretty good. I guess. Okay, so then I guess we probably want to set up some titanium alloy somewhere, which is titanium, steel, and sulfur. Which that's another situation where I think what we want to do is use this one. Because we already have titanium being stored and requested in here. Right, it's a supply. And we're demanding it from off-planet. We have plastic being stored in here for the future. And then we would be able to request the sulfuric acid and request the steel, and then also store the... where is it? Store this. Local supply and remote supply. Oops. Oh, not plastic. Right, and then we can request the sulfuric acid and the steel. We don't need a lot of the steel to be here, right? Because this holds a lot more. 2,000 steel would be fine. Local demand. Right, and this, I guess, local demand. Right, the steel's gonna be kind of a struggle, but only because we've got like so much of it out there. And then you'll be a local supply and a remote supply. I guess we'll make this just demand. Absolutely demand it, and then we can kind of just like build the small little plant like down here. That'll work. Doesn't do anything too crazy. Slowly but surely filling the whole planet with concrete. It will eventually be just a giant mass of concrete floating in space. Eventually. We're not quite there yet, though. Yeah. If I remember right, it has to be done in a furnace? There's 3 lines out. I guess let's do the 3 lines out first. Right, so... titanium... Actually, before I do the lines, what is the ratio of how I need this stuff? I need more sulfuric acid, so sulfuric acid should be the last. I want that one to be the closest. So, titanium... Nope. Nope. This is an absolute... Okay. Titanium. Steel. Sulfuric acid. Steel. And then... like, I think 6 furnaces? Together. I can kind of figure it out. Sorry. Power, power, power. You will be making... Ooh. Center brain needs more energy. One. Total power generation of the Dyson sphere reaches 200 megawatts. We're making progress. Feels good, actually, to finally be making progress in this game. Definitely want some speed. I'm just gonna make all of them the Mark IIs. That was done specifically for that purpose right there. This might be... or this might not be enough? Might be a situation where I actually need, like, Mark II belts. Just to be able to carry all of these resources. But we'll see. It looks like it should be okay. I mean, we have a technically infinite, like a full belt supply here. Or like a full belt support of supply. So it shouldn't be too bad. How do you like this one-time Dyson here? And that's our storage. And these things make 4 at a time, but they're very slow. Obviously, because there's a bit of a backlog, but... Right, we're gonna have a full belt for a bit, but this... almost definitely not be a full belt. It's gonna be kind of slow. 5 a minute? We can probably get away with more then, right? It's 1 and 2 every 3 seconds. Right? The sulfuric acid is going to be the big limiter, but 1 every 3 seconds for the titanium and the steel. If we want a full belt of 6 per second, we're going to make 4 and 12. We're going to make 1 every 3. So with 6 machines, we're making essentially 2 a second. So we would need 3 more of these. And we could probably do that. Unfortunately, splitters are like jank to use in this situation. I'm gonna end up like... we might end up snaking this quite a bit. But I think we'll just set it up like so. We just won't worry about the extra, or the third line that we would need to make this like fully efficient. Or like fill a belt. We don't need to necessarily fill a belt with this. We're just looking to get enough to give us a little bit of resource to play with in our system, right? Let's get a... I gotta go around the power pole. It's just easier to move around that one first. Cool. And this is probably going to struggle a little bit as far as its resources are concerned, at least on the steel, just because of kind of the lack of just kind of our lack of steel. Right, we're kind of relying entirely on our drones delivering it, and kind of being used. So I might go off the world, set up just a massive steel setup there to get a lot of steel transferring in. Right, because this is demanding. It's got remote demand, which if I do that, I'm gonna want to maybe set something as well to remote demand. This one, I think. No, this one. Oh no, this one's just set to supply ornament. Yeah, interesting. It's a planetary one, so it doesn't need to worry about. Oh. How does the Dyson sphere come along? Oh my god, it's perfect. It's great. I love it. Right. A good view of the colors there. That works really well. I'm sure there's a way I could do this a little bit better, but I'd like it. I like it. It's a good color combination, you know? That definitely was totally random, yep. Uh-huh. Thought it wasn't picked for a reason. But now we have like a full sphere. And the pink and the blue kind of blend together a little bit for me on the sides, but it's very distinct, like on like the top arc and the bottom arc here. Like right next to the yellow, it's very, very distinct, and I like that. I think there might still be a little bit of residuals from earlier. Yeah, there's still a little bit of blue in that one, and probably a little bit of pink in some of the other ones. And that might also be part of the problem. Yeah, there might be a little bit kind of left over on some of these, making the colors blend together a little bit, but that looks good. Working out really, really well. Great, I love it. Alright. Well, there's that. Let's hold this. Titanium. That's what that is. Our titanium is like super backed up. Which is good. I mean, we're not using a lot of it. We should be researching. Increase our logistics capacity and our logistics speed, I think. We just got our orbital thing for the actual technologies, right? This thing, the gas giant thing. So that's huge. If we want to start making a Dyson sphere, we want to go down this tree, which is yellow science and blue science. Because then we can make the Dyson sphere components, and we can make the frame materials, which are going to use up some of the resources that we just set up. We could have now. And then we can start working on a vertical launch silo, which will need us to get the purple, but then we can start sending carrier rockets with like the Dyson sphere components and start actually building a proper Dyson. Then we would need green to get the stress system. Cool. Well, we've already researched into the other one, the purple cubes, so that's going to be easy to deal with. Cool. So we're getting a little bit of the alloy in here, so that's good. So I'm gonna go off world quick. I love it. I love the colors look so good. They pop so well. Where's the planet? Not 4. Where's 3? Aha. There it is. Found it. Ooh, we're gonna boost. Which, the last time I did this, I got stranded in space, so probably shouldn't. Anyway. Okay. Boom. Alright, so we're looking for an iron deposit that we're not currently tapping. That one's already absolutely drained. I don't have a lot of belts, do I? Or, no, I think I do. I'm missing something. There's like something like kind of common that I'm low on. Tues-Thurs. This is the vein we're tapping, though. Okay, I gotta go back. I gotta go back. This is fine though, because I probably need to get a little bit more. I don't know, I might post. I got something. Oh, I can't. Look, your gas is not a fuel, duh. Whoop. Okay, so I need some smelters, so I need to get them all over here. Not over here, over here. All my buildings kind of are blending together at this point for me. Having a hard time deciphering where stuff is. Smelters. Smelters. Up on fuel rods. So happy that the hydrogen is like actually working out now. Are we backing up on fuel rods? Oh my god. That was the perfect time for me to grab them then. I want to make sure I don't get like stranded out in space again. Dyson sphere's so cool. It is not technically a Dyson sphere right now, but there. It's still really cool. No matter how you look at it, it's just. Okay. Boom. Casually crash into a point. Oh, I'm out of people. Let that build back up. Okay. So there was a iron vein. I'm assuming yellow science keeping my progress halted. Entire cluster. Dude, we are. Well, maybe actually it's cool. Dude. It looks like we're producing less blue than anything. I wonder if it's because of our resource shortages here and everything. I'll also go take a look at that in a little bit. Copper. There's an iron vein not too far from this one. I don't remember quite where it was. Like nothing over here. Coal. Copper. Silicon. That's 21 right here. Was it on the other side? I don't quite remember. Oh yeah, there it is. Cool. Alright. Oh, we got a couple of them. 6. We can get a lot of steel going then. Perfect. Gonna do this number. Right, because then what we I have to swerve one of the belt, or I don't necessarily have to swerve one of the belts. It'd make it a little bit easier. But anyway, we can make sure that these stay on the same. That is not enough space. Let me get the belt in then first. Yeah. We're building kind of at an awkward place. It's fine. Okay, that'll work. I'll just get all of those built up first. Grab power. There we go. A little low on inserters. I think I'll have enough. Worst case scenario, we just use a couple of Mark IIs. But I might even be able to just like grab resources from the container there, because I'm making a lot of the basic resources already and just kind of stopping them in there, so I can just craft a couple if I need to. Okay. Iron. Steel. Let's all make at least one set of steel. So none of this currently has power. That was the power on the planet. It's still good, it's still good. I just need outputs on the steel. Almost out. Just enough. I don't know if I have enough belts to get all the way up. No. Throwing a bunch of them up. Why I would go into that one? This will be a field supply. What was I find? Local storage, remote supply. I'll walk back and build the rest of this, but there'll at least be some more steel added to our steel count. I think I'm gonna have to go back before I build up more steel from here. Just because there's no way. But these should all be working just fine. So, okay. I'm gonna upgrade these back ones to Mark II, just in case. The rest of them should be okay. And then, although it's a full belt now, it shouldn't. A full belt once these kind of empty out. This should fix itself. They're slowly kind of catching up with themselves. There we go. Shouldn't be a full line, but it'll be close to. It's just a little bit more steel to supplement our planet. That should be about what the line should look like. A little bloated, but almost. There we go. That should be a little more steel for Homeworld. And that'll probably get transported. I need more transport ships is what I need. Big boys. These guys. I have to make one right now. Oh wow, I'm handcrafting so much. Okay. Huh. Guess that makes sense. So that's fair. How long do processors take? 3 seconds? Oh. I mean, like a minute and a half. I can use this time to not do anything. I'm not gonna promote anything. No. I could though. But it's not on myself. I don't know. Self-promotion always feels weird. I'm not like against it. It just feels weird. It just doesn't feel right. You know? It always feels awkward to do for me. And it's probably because like I'm just not like kind of used to it because I just don't do it. You know, it is what it is. Actually, the motors. I can make 2 of them. I'm assuming the problem is the magnets. Yeah. And I can't just like craft more magnets myself right now. We're, like out of sorters. So I would love to set up another one of these on this guy, but can't quite. Okay, no. Looks like some got grabbed by one of the transporters. That's good. Throw another guy on. We're transporting a lot of stuff constantly. So, there we go. More fuel on me. Going this way, so I'm going this way. To head back to main planet. So I think this major thing we're gonna want to do here is purple science. See like slabs of concrete. What is this one? Oh, this is like the graphene for engines, the Mark IIs. Okay. Yeah, so why does blue science absolutely? Oh. Yeah, it's not getting enough stuff because it's not getting any copper. Because there's like no copper left. Okay. So we got a little bit of a problem on our hands. We should have we should have a big tower nearby with some copper in it. But what I'm gonna do here, I think I'm gonna run the line through the wind field, and we're gonna join it up to where the smelter. I think this is like the primary. Yeah, that's the primary copper just of this area. So we're gonna want to make sure we build it. Line that supports it. Let's run it through the wind field and get some copper. I think it's spaced exactly perfectly to go through the wind field, which we probably can tear down most of this. It's not good power. A little bit of power, so I'm gonna keep it for now just because we have so many power problems, but I don't think it's necessary at this point. I think we can get rid of it safely. Let me prep stuff. One thing I've learned so far about feeling, you want to set the resource immediately, and then start worrying about building place. There we go. Alright. Drones do their work. It was weird though that we had a interruption today. I don't know what's up with that. Like actually, like I'm not joking, like usually Streamlabs is like, hey, your stream's down, and then I never got anything. I bet that hasn't happened before and I just never noticed. I don't think it has though, because I'm pretty sure, because I usually look at the timer every once in a while, and that's usually how I can tell if there's like a problem, like a serious problem, beyond just Streamlabs telling me, but I don't know, I just like didn't see anything. But that should fix that issue to a degree. I won't completely fix it, but it'll at least give us more. It'll bring in more copper. And soon this is going to get torn down. Once this runs out of resources, we're going to tear it down. This one, I just want to wait. I'm just going to steal the ore. Eh. I'm just going to steal it. Really drop it in. I'd rather just tear it down now than wait for it. And here comes the copper. Search should start working again. So honestly, we could probably be making more of these. Right? I mean, this is just kind of like the basic, you know, start of the game, set this up kind of setup. But realistically too, right? Like if I want to really like make a dedicated science setup, I should make a dedicated science setup. Right? Get one of the big towers transporting in the science, or two of the small ones, I guess, rather, transporting in the science, and set up a couple of them, or set up like these lines for like the red and the yellow, and then probably also the purple into one planetary transport, and then set the and then probably set up like a station for blue, and then green, I think is another one, right? Set those all to be transported from somewhere, like all that stuff. Like, I should definitely do something like that. We're not taking in steel. We're a supplier for steel, so you should be receiving steel. Yeah, receiving steel from off planet. It is perfect. This is now limited by sulfuric acid. Not surprising. But we can actually support 9. Oh, well, we can kind of support 10, but it looks like we can fully support 9. So whatever my calculation was. Clearly incorrect. That's okay. If we upgrade the belt, though, we can get more, but of course we have to make upgraded belts, which I'm still not doing. I should, though. Right, I mean, that's the big thing, is as we kind of transition more and more into logistics, we're going to have more stuff like this, where it's just like power into resources and that's it. That's just how it goes with logistics, right? What's this copper field doing? I know it's like a couple hundred, but yeah, it's almost empty. These are probably going to back up, just because there's not going to be a lot of space on this belt for them to put on. They're probably not going to insert, like, ever. Actually tear down all this, because it's never going to run. And this, I'm probably going to have to manually grab the copper from, just because I don't think there will ever be a break in this line. That started to back up again, which is going to allow the science, like, restart to move. What's your problem? Oh, you can't. Okay, now the problem is just we can't use the science fast enough. That's a good problem to have. Better to be producing more than consuming more. You can always ramp up production. Unless it's the yellow science. I guess we're kind of stuck with what we have. I mean, we can build higher now, but we can't, like, long term, we can't sustain that. We barely sustain it now. But, I can do to help research go a little bit faster. Build these a little bit taller. Will also give us a achievement. That might not consume enough, like, blue. Ugh. I don't know if 5 of these will consume or will produce enough blue for each tower, but yeah, it looks like it's... I mean, it looks like it wasn't to begin with, though. So I think I want to ramp up. I think I want these to send double line over. So I think we're just not getting rid of the blues fast enough. These are going to start stacking up. But the blues are really fast and easy to produce. Okay. And then we'll have over here. Oops. More like 200 of those. 100 of those. Cool. Power is wrong. Could be better, but it's doing okay. It's working. Alright, so I think... I mean, there's still a few things to do here, right? I would like to set up logistics vessels. I can now, because we have everything that we would need to do that. I'd want to set it up probably over by where the drones are, just for ease of resources, because there's a little bit of overlap, and I can just set up another tower really quickly, without any real hassle. Drones should be like over here. It's on the other side of the field here. Could be this one, I think? Yeah. Yeah, drones. Right, because we need the processors, and then I would just need one more tower for... Stuff 8. Just a quick carry capacity. No, utilization. I want more vertical construction. Not really. We're now needing purples for those. I think I'll get the inventory capacity right now. I need a little bit more inventory space, and then I think we want to start working toward science. Here, I can at least grab this one. Not super expensive for the yellows, so that's good for us. And kind of start catching up a little bit on. I think I need deuterium or something. Or like I at least need to like yeah, I don't know. We'll queue that up too. With the satellites. Yeah, I need this. Oh, okay, I see. So you can do like the particle one and have a 1% chance for it, or you can just do a 2-to-1 ratio of it. I need like a big hydrogen setup somewhere for that as well. And then we could make a strange matter using 10 of those. We could also make the fuel cells with 20 and turn that into a big fusion reactor power plant system. Whatever. So I think we're gonna do purple science tomorrow. Because we need to set this up real quickly, which is gonna be easy. It's just taking silicon, smelting it, and then you know, import this, make these, and then import, done. But for right now, I want to set these up so I can get these like moving between the planets a lot more. So we just set up the thrusters first. So we need to request the titanium alloy, the electromagnetic tubing. Look, it's stuck. And then we already have processors, and we're going to be using titanium alloy already. So this should go pretty well. I will move this power pole because I think I don't have one on me. Go pick some up. Well, I don't want this all to be shut down. There we go. Yep, there we go. So go pick up some planetary station things. Right here. This is why we made this. Have 10 of them sitting there. Setting up a thing to automate that as well would be pretty good. Automate the big ones and the small one. Which we could actually set one up for the big one. I think I would want to make a big one though. If that makes sense. Right, like place this with a larger one. So I can request all of the resources we need for this. We're already pulling in the titanium. I already went over this, right? Then I can also just request the alloy, and we're already requesting the containers, so it'd make my job a little bit easier. Honestly, let's do it. So we actually have the particle containers. Grab some. Then titanium alloy. What am I making? Making that's going indie. So I'm making it right. That's plastic. I can just grab some titanium alloy. Bunch. I make one of these. A very slow crafting recipe. That's okay. And then basically just do one of these stuff. I go this. Fill it. Make big tower. Requires the small power. Storage chest. So belt inserter. Limit that to 1 stack. One stack. And then what do we need for this? Titanium alloy. That. Essentially, we just bring this over. Then we replace this with the big tower. I should have one in my inventory right now. Oh, that is gonna flood my inventory a bit. It's fine. We can just adjust. Big tower? This is gonna drain my power like a madman. So we don't need the steel, but we need particle, remote demand, local storage. We need not steel, we need processors. I want to limit this though to like 1,000. Remote demand, local demand. Oh no, not local storage, local demand. And then the last one, titanium. Remote demand, local demand. Titanium. Okay. Cool. Then we also need alloy. like up here somewhere, right? Titanium alloy, but demand, local demand. We'll set our demand to like, we don't need to be requesting like this much of all this stuff. Actually, I'm gonna drop it all to 2,000. It'll be a little overfilled, but that is it. And store as much of this as I can in here. But that should help stop some of the requests coming through. Right, and then belt number 4. Take down that power pole and put it here. Just up. That number. Well, that should literally be all we need. I think it's equal on both. Double. It was bad planning. That'll help. It doesn't matter. We're not trying to make this like at ratio or anything like that. Like at speed. So not that big of a deal, but definitely helps. But we'll always have more of these because these are made slower. So we should always have small ones. There we go. For capacity increase. So there's that, and then I will end it by going back over here and making this. My drone setup is here. Cool. So need to make the big engines or the big thrusters. There's alloy and those. These are both only requesting 2 things. I could also do it differently, right? Here are the processors from this line. What I'll do is we'll make this one the processor. Dump all them in there. I had a couple on me. Filter it. Processors. And then what we can do instead... what's the thing that overlapped? Processors that overlap. Good. So we can then tell this one to request other items we need. There's actually... So we need the alloys and we need the turbine. So demand the turbines and demand alloy. And this is a situation where, like, realistically, I should not worry about making this at speed. So, you know, I'm still going to end up doing it, but, like, I don't need to. And then I'm just going to set up them up here, I guess. I'm going to need some foundation, yeah. Let's use just a little bit of foundation. Let's make 6 of the reinforced thrusters. Alright, what is the recipe on this? It's 5.5? Need more belts. I use so many of them. Cool. I'm gonna use Mark IIs, because why not? Oh. Okay, slow enough for this. I'm gonna go. Oh, did I end up taking up? Yeah, I ended up picking up all the drones from the one tower. Going the wrong way? No, I'm not. It's this way. When in doubt, look for the wind turbines. Big one. Dang, all the science is running. I don't know how much of a backlog we have on yellow though. That's the concern. Oh. It looks so pretty. Love it. Okay, where? Here. And then we'll do anything else with this. Just kind of make that up. We'll just do like 3 of these. I'm probably like super overproducing the Force Thrusters, but that's okay. We kind of want to be. Since if I want to like store them somewhere at some point, if I remember right, I think we want those to be transported around. Oh, we also need the alloy back here. Gotta put that on the inner line. Okay. Again, it doesn't really matter, I don't think. These things are made kind of slow. This just all goes into a box. Limited to... Yeah, we'll make it 2 stacks. No, I'll make it 1. There's gonna be so much on this thing anyways. So. Alright, cool. There we go. I'm gonna go dump some of these off. Over here. No, over this way? Over this way. This tower? I mean, yeah, this tower is fine. Where are they? 10. Okay. Good to know. That's 100 drones and 10 big boys. 10 cargoes for... So, that's good to know. Get kind of those in here too, it's fine. It's just nice to have them, right? I think it'll be nice to just have like some of those laying around. Yeah. Oh yeah, I limited the. We definitely want the titanium. But steel is okay too, I think, because there needs a lot of it there. Hey, high strength things. One step closer to actually making this a Dyson. Oh, I don't know where it went, so. We're one step closer to actually making this. So. I think the colors should now be. Yeah, they're now good. Yeah, no, that looks awesome. I love the way it all blends. Looks really good. Cool. Well, so tomorrow Tomorrow is purple cubes. For real this time. The one thing kind of left behind. Okay, we'll get there. Save that. Cool. That's gonna be it, isn't it? Almost went to the wrong slide. I'm gonna be calling it a slide. This is gonna be a little behind, so I'll have to wait a little bit when I'm done. That's okay. So as far as ending stuff, VODs. That's a thing. Exclamation point VODs pulls that up in the chat if you're curious. Link here. There's also links on the channel. Sorry. Notifications on my phone. All stuff's there. 12 p.m. EST the next day when it all goes up. Thankfully, I don't think I need to stitch on this one. Looks like Twitch handled it just fine, and it's just kind of an awkward. Yeah, this is gonna be like an awkward like break in there, and I'll probably just. I usually cut that kind of stuff out, like just like dead, nothing happening. Yeah. Tomorrow we'll actually do purple cubes for real this time. We'll actually get that going. Now we have some drones being automated, which I didn't need to do, but I wanted to. I like having the availability of that, right? I'm just being able to like build a tower and fill it with drones and be done, and know that it's done, and I don't need to worry about it. But also, in fairness, I'm kind of thinking a little bit like Factorio, where you just want a constant stream of drones being added to your logistics network. That is not the case here. A little bit closer to Satisfactory in that you kind of just build as much as it lets you, and then you don't build any more because you don't need more. Yeah. We'll get purple signs done. And we'll start working towards the Dyson sphere, I think. At least start getting some of it set up. We have a lot of the resources ready to go. Perhaps we'll rework science when we do purple. I do think I need to. But we'll figure that out tomorrow. So until then.